Hello, welcome to Current Topics in Science. I am your teacher, Mr. Sitnick. You can see right there. This document will be shared with you. So, this year you signed up for Current Topics in Science, and let's first of all talk a little bit about what that is. Generally speaking, you have to take a grade 11 science to graduate under normal conditions. Some people don't want to do bio, chem, or physics, but they still need that grade 11 credit to graduate. That's where this course mostly comes in. This course is mostly a science credit for people who aren't really into traditional chem, physics, bio. They've done their grade 9 and 10 science, but they're not really interested in any of those things, and they want to do something a little more general, maybe something a little bit different. That's really who this is for. And the first thing you got to know that means that this course is going to be very project-based and personalized. It's going to be very student-driven because it's kind of what you make of it. So let's just look at the outline. Current Topics in Science is a chance for a small class to explore some unique ideas in the sciences. Due to the size and composition of this class, we will be able to learn about a wide variety of interesting and practical topics. The basic formula for this, and I will go over this in a little bit more detail right away, is we will study a topic based on multiple resources that I supply. We will then each pick a subtopic within that theme, and you will research them. You will present those topics to the class. You'll take notes on each other's information and be tested on them at the end of a unit. Most of the time, that is our general plan. There's a couple units that are a little bit different. Namely, the forensics one is a little bit different than this. It's kind of an online-based investigation, so that's a little bit different. The course will consist of several units as a class, independent studies, and current events and news days. Often you'll be tasked with independent follow-up research projects to extend the initial learning we do as a class. The makeup of the course is subject to change at my discretion as needed, and the topics include, and these are just some of the things for this year. We've got all marks are going to go into one category. That might not normally be the case. So check year to year, see what's going on with that. But your topics could include forensics, space and exploration, current events, environmental science, electronics and coding, medical science, cybersecurity, and the trades. So those are just some of the topics that we could talk about. So today, you have a couple assignments to do for the first assignment here, for assignment 1. So let's just skim over what you need to do today. So you're going to watch the whole part of this video, and within this video, you will get this stuff. So what you'll see is now I've named some topics here, some things we're going to do, and you can pick some of these, or you could pick other things. Because the final project in this course normally is the science of blank, and you pick what you want. I've had people do the science of guitar. I've had people do the science of hockey, the science of food, the science of anything that they want, right? Any interest they have that they could find scientific aspects of, they're allowed to do that as their final topic. So maybe you have something that you already want to do, but you have to explain kind of why you're interested. So you have to pick the first thing you need to submit in the assignment via picture, please. I want you to write and submit pictures. That's what I'm going to use right now. I like that blend. I don't like everything submitted digitally right now. That can change. So pick 3 topics you might enjoy and explain why. Now what that means is 3 topics, and for each, 3 sentences. For each topic. Topic 1, 3 sentences about why you like it. Topic 2, 3 sentences about why you like it. Topic 3. So that's 1 with 3 sentences, 2 with 3 sentences, and 3 with 3 sentences about why you might be interested. And then you will submit that as one of your pictures. Submit these at the same time, please. And the next thing you're going to do is you have to summarize what the course basically looks like unit by unit. And we'll talk about that right now. So, how this will work is we will, as a class, pick a topic. We will pick, for example, medical science, a unit I kind of call like living forever. something like that, right? I use a kind of general theme. And then the first thing, so let's just talk. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to summarize this. So if you're watching along right now, I'm going to kind of do point form. I want you to do a better job than what I'm doing on this paper, but I'll kind of put point form. You could kind of explain what each point means when you submit that right here. So do a better job than what I'm doing on this paper. Give a little more detail. Use what I'm saying in this video, because this is the flow of every unit we're doing for the most part. So first of all, we will pick a general topic, and that will be me. So that you can say a teacher will pick a general topic or something like that. I supply resources and teach. So you can explain what that means. What that really means is this is step one, we will talk about a general topic. Step two, I'm going to bring you articles, audiobooks, podcasts, videos, films, documentaries, just about anything, maybe tangible resources. Depends what we have. I will bring them in, and we will spend a good chunk of time actually doing a normal classroom where I will teach you about things. I'll teach you about different resources. I might just make you read things and watch things, and then I will give you my take on them, and I might make you reflect on the resources I give you. But this will be a common bank that we all have. So that's a key word, I would say. Common content. That's the set. So as a class, we all know this, because when you go into the next part and you pick your own subtopics, not everybody in the class is going to know that stuff. But the first stuff of every unit, the resources I provide, that is something we will all be comfortable with, and we'll all be able to speak that language. So that'll be something general, common content, right? Step 3, you pick subtopic. Now, for example, in the medical sciences, and when we talk about living forever, I give you all kinds of stuff. In one of those articles and in one of those videos, they talk about growing human lungs from spinach leaves. Heart tissue. They grow human heart tissue from stripped or washed spinach leaves implanted with human DNA. Now, one student said to me, Mr. Sitnick, that's what I want to do my subtopic on. I want to talk about how they're using plants in a lab to grow human tissue, and I want to talk about DNA washing. Now, I don't expect you to be a fifth-year PhD student, but I want you to bring a little more to the table than what we talked about as a whole class. So they said, that's my subtopic, growing tissue with plants. That is a perfect example. Another student said, what was another subtopic they were talking about? I don't know, that one really jumps out to me, but within the living forever. Oh, one of them talked about beauty products. They said, okay, well, anti-aging and living forever also has to do with beauty and skin regimens that people pay thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars for these fancy scientific procedures. I want to do a subtopic in living forever on beauty and what is true and what's real and what's a fad and those kinds of things. So they did that as a subtopic. So that's what you have to do next. You pick a subtopic, and I have to approve it. Because sometimes you might have something that's either too complicated or there's not enough info on. And then step 4, you research. You can elaborate on that. But what I mean, and this is something that you'll get your individual project plan. If you look down here, you can see it. Your name, your unit theme, your topic, the due date, the student, the teacher, Article 1, the title, the site, and roughly the author. That could be, as best as you can. Some of these things here might not be the easiest to find, but do your best. And you have to summarize 3 points from a resource. And then you do the second article, and 4 articles. So for whatever your subtopic is, you're going to have to find 4 articles. Then you could find 2 videos, same kind of thing. Where did you get it from? Summarizing in sentences the 3 biggest takeaways. Now, what you will find is that when you find all these different things, you might just use this article and this video, and that'll be 90% of what you use. But I still want you to go out there and find multiple resources. That's part of like what we do in a science class, especially a class like this. We're going to gather information. We're going to be analytical. We're going to study different sources. So you will find 4 articles, 2 videos, and 1 extra, and that could be something different, or it could be another video or another article or something completely outside the box. It could be a podcast or a song or something, something strange, something different, or it could just be another article or video. That's up to you. So that's the next step. You research, right? And that's 4 articles, 2 vids, and 1 extra. Okay, so I see we're a general topic. I supply the resources. You pick a subtopic. I approve it. You research. Tell me about that. And this, remember, this is part of your lesson today. This is the next part, right? Summarize the steps for the course and submit a picture of it. So you can use this. Next up, make your presentation. Now, there's different ways that you could do this. You could do it in a speech, you can do it in a video, you can do it in person, you could make a slideshow that you comment on and things like that. I have different kind of planners for if you're doing slideshows, just where you could kind of say it like, slide 1 will be this, slide 2 will be this, slide 3 will be this, and my main points on each slide. It's kind of nice sometimes to kind of visualize and lay out how your slideshow is going to be. So I'll have slide planners available for you. Step 6, you present. Step 7, watch others. You will watch other people. Put that in a sentence, please. So write this when you're writing this out for today's assignment. Do a better job than I'm doing here. But you will watch others. You will take notes. And then we will take a test on everyone's presentation that was submitted on time and done properly. We will have a test, and it's not going to be a hard test. It's basically, were you paying attention? Were you watching other people's things? That's generally how it's going to work. So let's just go through that. We're going to have a general topic as a class, and I'm going to give you a whole bunch of resources. You will pick a subtopic, which I will approve. You will use research, like outlined here. You will make a presentation. You're going to present. Others will present. You will take notes on theirs, and then we will all take a test as a class on everybody's presentations and subtopics. So that's the second thing you need to do today. So you've watched the video for the most part. Pick 3 topics you might enjoy and explain why. Remember, 3 sentences for each. So 1 topic you might like, 3 reasons why you might like it, 3 things you're interested about. It could be kind of anything you want there. Second thing you might enjoy in the class, 3 reasons or things you're interested in there. Third thing, submit a picture of that. And then summarize the steps of the course. And basically, for every unit, there is 8 steps. And you can take a look at that. You can pause this here if you need to. Do a better job than I did and submit a picture of that. You can call this the steps for the course. And these could be called your 3 topics. So you're going to take a picture of that and a picture of that. And for this year, I want you to start thinking about, and this might not be used every year, but right now we're using it. I want you to start thinking about different countries and how they responded to the coronavirus. So, where we are right now versus where we were at the start of a pandemic, look at 2 or 3 different countries. Maybe they're neighboring countries, maybe they're completely different parts of the world, but start finding out how different countries responded. Find news articles, start Googling what they had in common, why one country might have done better than another. Look at some of the numbers, comparing different countries per population and things like that. Just start exploring how different countries responded to the coronavirus and what the implications of that were. How did they do it? What was their political system like? What did people feel about it? What kind of medical things? What kind of travel things? What dates? What was their overall reaction? Give a timeline, and was it successful or not? Another country, because that's kind of where we're going to go with a special assignment. So that's the next thing you can do. Start thinking about countries and searching. And obviously make sure that you can get into the Google Classroom and you can access everything the way you like. You got a Chromebook or whatever kind of device you're using to sign in, and that everything here is making sense. So the two things you need to submit today are right there. I hope this is starting to make sense to you. We're going to be picking some wild stuff up. We're going to be doing all kinds of things. I'll give you a little bit of time to work on this because it's kind of a new way of doing things for you in a different class. It's not your typical chem, bio, and physics. So let's see how it goes, and we'll see you soon. Take care.